Hello everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make some basic enemy AI in ClickTeam Fusion. So we're going to be doing two methods. One method where it's constantly following the player, and another method where it has a limited radius to follow the player. Let's do the most simple one first, where it's always following the player. So first we're going to go here, and we're going to go to select Bouncing Ball Movement. Now you're going to want to make sure that your enemy cannot be faster than the player. Speed. So the speed of our player is 50. So the speed of this enemy is going to be 30. Number of angles 32. Randomizer 100. Security 100. Alright, now what we're going to do is make it so we're going to set an always event. And we're going to have it so the direction, look in the direction of the player. And now if we run it, it should be constantly coming towards us. And we can just make it so collisions between enemy and the player. Scene. We'll just restart the current frame. So now we can outrun it. It's always following us, and if it touches us, the scene restarts. Alright, now let's do a little more complicated one. So you're going to need a big circle that's filled in. Alright. Now the circle can be larger or smaller depending on how large you want the enemy radius to be. So we're going to set always position, select position, and I click on here. Make that way it's always on it. See if that worked. Yes, it did. Okay. Now we're going to make it so collisions between the player and the radius, it'll look in our direction. No, cancel. Direction, look in the direction of player. Let's see if that works. As you can see, that did not quite work. Here's why. So it only goes there once. Copy the player so it's above the radius. Alright, so what we're going to have it do is instead we're going to have an every event. It's every, say, 1 millisecond. Then we're going to go back here, create a new object. We're going to make a bit of a big object. It's going to be a detector. We're just going to keep it like this. So every 0.1 second, launch an object. The enemy will launch the detectors. Random speed 100, launch every direction. Let's choose one of those directions. We'll copy it 3 times. Now we run application from current frame. As you can see, it's constantly shooting those. Now what we're going to do, we're going to hollow out a little circle. Because if we don't, then it'll just be deleted immediately. So we're going to have it set collisions between our detectors and the circle. The detectors will be destroyed. Now if we run application from current frame, they cannot escape the whole box. And we want to make sure that it can't just go off screen. So we're going to set up borders. So we're just going to go active, that. Delete that. Select. Oops, just gonna. It's a little gap, but he won't get past it properly. Okay, he might. Hold on. You know, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're gonna have it so collision between him and the boundary. We're gonna do movement and we're gonna do bounce. Application from current frame. So now it's moving around. Should. There's no bottom. Okay. Hold on. That works. It's botched, but it works. Now, current frame can't escape. However, when we walk in here, it doesn't. When we walk in the detector, it doesn't really do anything. So, what we're gonna do, make it collisions between the player and the detectors. We're going to have the enemy. We're going to direction, look in the direction of player. Since they're constantly hitting the player, it's going to be constantly detecting that. Now if we application from current frame, now we can see if we enter, it starts following us, right? As soon as we leave, it stops following us. Now it's obviously blocking the actual enemy, so what we're going to do, we're going to check off, get rid of the check on the visible at start for both the border and the detectors. Now application from current frame. Okay, hold on. Visible at start. Just in case, we are going to make new always condition. We could just put it up here, but that's boring. Okay, so we're going to visibility, always make the detectors invisible. Now if you run application, you can see it's bouncing around, and once we get close to it, it starts following us. And if you want it to have a bigger radius, which it can follow the player, all you gotta do is take the detector circle, make it a bit bigger, and now there's a larger radius in which you can see the player. And yeah, that's some basic enemy AI. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, that's greatly appreciated. Stay tuned for more ClickTeam Fusion tutorials. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.